Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Walter TPDL11001. This is a steel spring drop bracket table leaf support is what this is. This is what's called the 10-inch version. The 12-inch version is certainly more common. The obvious reason would be why, but it certainly is more common for us to sell. So your bracket length is 10-inch, used with table aprons, naturally. Primarily commercial sorts of applications. Restaurant people is who we're going to sell this to. Cafeteria, schools, universities, etc. Screws are not included, so keep that in mind. You might need to source screws for this. But I wouldn't expect that that would be too much of an issue. I'd use some number 8 screws would go in there. Safety ring is what they call that, to release that. There's a lot of spring tension here, so you're definitely going to want to be careful with that spring. Okay, load capacity varies depending on the width, depth, and thickness of the material used in the application, but the design inherently is one that cannot jackknife because of how securely it is held in place via that spring. Sold as pairs. Okay, so when you buy one, you're going to get a pair of these, which would be typical. Now, there is, and really the business end of this video is, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer, to what is called the instructions. Those instructions lay out the dimensions by which you go about installing the material. This is the unit without the mounting bracket that we're seeing here, okay? And that is the upper half of the instruction link. So you've got your unit here. Your table leaf is going to be resting on this, out this way. You're going to have the apron attached here, and quite simply, as you pull on that ring, you're going to get that to just fold in like this. It's a bit hard to emulate the actual mechanics of that because of that spring is not to be trifled with your fingers. But that's kind of how it's going to work. Really nice, good, decent quality material. Let's get the tape measure and get some idea of what the actual dimensions are. From pivot point to pivot point is going to be your reference to 10-inch. Okay. A width pretty much back here at the safety ring. You can judge that right there. Just under 1 inch wide. Okay. Some people like to see the dimensions because they might be trying to match existing. And there's some generic dimensions don't hurt to have. About 1 3/4 inch overall width of the mounting area. Okay. Like I said, this is the 10-inch version. 12-inch is more common for us to sell, and I rarely sell the smaller ones, the 6 and 8-inch. But nonetheless, we have sold those. I've sold those to people that have the trucks, the food trucks. They've got limited space to deal with, and they'll be using those up and down, and they like them because of how sturdy they are. If you have any questions on the Walter TPDL11001 steel spring drop bracket leaf support, or any other Walter product, please feel free to reach out to us.